सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। 73 खिल्यस्थानं चिदाभासो योगात् कर्तृत्वभोक्तृते। द्रष्टा श्रोता द्विजो गौरो धनी गोमान् भवेत् ततः। प्रत्यगात्मैव सद्ब्रह्म परोक्षमभवत् तदा। ब्रह्मैव सन्नयं चात्मा संसारित्वमवाप्तवान्। The parallels between the illustration of lump of salt, khilya drishtanta, and Brahma appearing as samsari jiva, drishtanta, darshtanta, illustration and the illustrated. These parallels are now being drawn. So just to revise what you have seen, in the place, see, the lump of salt is from where? Ocean, and it is formed because of the heat of the sun. So there is the ocean. So that ocean, what is the status of the ocean in the Darshtanta illustrated? Abdhisthaniyam aikatmyam. So aikatmya, Jiva and Brahma being one and the same thing, that identity, oneness, is denoted by what? A ocean. Ocean means in the ocean there is salt, there are waves, breakers, foam, spray, all these are there, but as a one whole, the ocean represents the aikatmya, the identity between Jiva and Brahma. Jalasthanam tu sakshi chit. So, sakshi chaitanya, the same all-pervasive pure consciousness chaitanya called Brahma, at the individual upadhi level, at the individual embodiment level, is what is called as sakshi. Jala, the water from anywhere from the ocean if you take, that is the individual aspect as such. So that is what? The sakshi. But it is part and parcel of ocean only. Sakshi chit. Kshetrasthanam shariradi. The oceanic water is left where? In the salt pans. So there, or that is what happens, or the salt fields, the salt fields or salt pans can be what? Shariradi, the individual embodiments of the Jiva. Tapasthanam vibhramaha. Just as the heat of the sun evaporates the water and gives us the salt. So here, what is the tapa, heat here? Vibhramaha. Vibhrama stands for ajnana, the ignorance of our true swarupa, true nature. Khilyasthanam chidabhasaha. So the place, or that means parallel to the lump of salt having a particular form, and it is called as khilya, the name, the lump of salt is there. Chidabhasaha. Chidabhasa here is reflected Chaitanya, not simply reflected Chaitanya. Reflected Chaitanya, Chidabhasa, conditioned by Dehadvaya. What are those? Gross body, subtle body. What we call in otherwise as what? Jiva. So Chidabhasa stands for Jiva. Khilyasthanam Chidabhasa. Yogat kartrutva bhoktrute. Yogat, sambandha, on account of what? The Ajnana yoga. Because of the connection of ignorance, what project gets projected? Kartrutva, bhoktrutva. I do, I enjoy, I suffer, I experience. These do get projected. And when due to identification with the embodiment on account of ajnana, ignorance of one swarupa, when I mistake myself as I am the doer, experiencer, etc., afterwards all these series of notions get projected. What are those? Drashta, I am the seer. Shrota, hearer. Dvijaha, Brahmanaha, Kshatriyaha, Vaishyaha, Shudraha, Gauraha, I am fat. Dhani, I am rich or I am poor. Goman, I am the one who has got so many cattle, etc. Adi sarvaha api prapanchaha bhave. So all this get ramified. Starting from where? Abhisthaniya ekatmya Brahma, which is Jiva, who is identical Brahma, appears as what now? The Jiva. That appearance as Jiva, let us say, is nothing but one and the same Brahma only. We have seen the Anvaya of 74. Tada, you can add, Mohavasha, Pratyagatma, Sad Brahma eva, Paroksham abhavat. Ayam cha Atma, Brahma eva san, Samsaritvam avaptavam. So, Tada. Then, what is that then? As told here, Yogat kartrutva bhoktrute staha, drashta, shrota, dvija, gaura, dhani, goman, etc. bhavet, the sarvaha api prapanchaha bhavet was told. Once due to ignorance, all these notions have got ramified. Tada, then, mohavashat. Mohavashat is, moha here is ajnana, avidya, on account of ignorance. What happens? Pratyagatma sad brahma eva paroksham abhavat. Pratyagatma. What is Pratyagatma? The true I. What is it? Generally we say I. This I is a traveling I it is. How? Right now when you say I am sitting, what you refer to as I? Body, is it not? Okay. I am hungry. I was in a hurry. I could not take anything before leaving. I am hungry. What you refer to? Hunger is the features of what? Pranas, physiological functions. So you are taking the pranas as what? I am restless. I can't concentrate on this teaching. Yesterday something happened and therefore what? I am disturbed, I am restless. What is that I? Mind. It is the mind. Oh, I understand that. That is right. I know it. Who comes there? Buddhi who decides, is it not? Is it not? I don't know at all. I am ignorant. What comes? Ignorance. Now see, all we have referred to as what? I. I see, I hear. Well, who are you? Ears, eyes, etc. I touch, is it not? Seeing is by what? Eyes, etc. You are taking the indriyas as I. I walk, feet walk. So you are taking the indriyas as I. Now see, everywhere you have referred to them as I, but what is referred is not one and the same. The body is taken as I, indriyas are taken as I, the mind, pranas are taken as the I, mind is taken as the I, buddhi, intellect taken as the I, ignorance is taken as the I. See, it travels. Are you aware of the ignorance? Yes. I know that I, who is that? That Chaitanya is also still further. So therefore, if you probe like this, the closest I is the Chaitanya. I am awake. I know all that is experienced in the waking state. I know all that is dreamt. I know in sleep I did not know anything. I is common or not? Because the knower in the waking is different from the knower in the sleep, is different from what? Knower in the sleep? At that time is there a knower there? No, but you recollect afterward. But were you there or not? Experience, I didn't know, I slept well. Means you, the experiencer, was there. That I, the common denominator in all these, wherein you can just get rid of the waking world and the embodiments and experiences, that common denominator I is what? Pratyagatma, the innermost I, which has no travel further. Up to that you can, I can travel. Beyond that there is no travel at all. So therefore, now you say, because of tada, when this prapancha has got ramified, mohavashat, on account of ignorance, avidya of our true nature, pratyagatma, that is means pratyagatma swarupa. Who is that? Sad Brahma. Actually, that pratyagatma, which is nothing but the Chaitanya, the very pure knowledge principle, pure consciousness principle, pure awareness principle, that Chaitanya called Atma, which is the innermost I, which is my true nature, itself is what? Sad Brahma eva. Being what? Sad Brahma. What is Sad Brahma? Same Chaitanya, all pervasive. See, how many Chaitanyas are there? In the entire creation, there is only one knowledge principle, Chaitanya, and it is all pervasive. From the standpoint of the creation, as the basis of the creation, we call it Brahma. From the standpoint of the individual, as the basis of the individual, we call it what? Atma or Sakshi, but stuff is one and the same. So therefore, Sad Brahma eva. This Pratyagatma, true I, being verily not different from Sad Brahma, what happens? Paroksham abhava. It is verily me, I only, but it became paroksha, it became remote. How it became remote? I am Jiva, there is Brahma, I should gain the knowledge of Brahma. Therefore, Sunday morning I have to attend Vedanta. What? Vedanta class, is it not? What for? To know, to get Brahma. Which Brahma? That Brahma. Having known which, you get freed from samsara. What is actually? Pratyagatma eva. Actually, you have made it remote. What do you mean by remote? Different from me. There is something called Brahma. Who says? Shastra says, Upanishad say, there is something different from me called Brahma. Upanishad don't say different, but we take it as different. There is something called Brahma, described by who? Upanishad. It is, but our notion is different from me. I should gain the knowledge. If I gain the knowledge, I can get freed from samsara. All along, that Brahma being what? Pratyagatma eva. It became what? Paroksham. Akshnaha param paroksham. Beyond the what? Purview of Akshnaha means what? Our sense organs and the antakarana buddhi. All the time being I. Actually tell me, what is its status? Is it paroksha or something else? Have you got a word for that? Aparoksha. Have you heard this word, aparoksha? Not in our Marathi, etc. There is some differences there. Aparoksha, they mix up all this. Majha aparokshani sangitla. So that is not the aparoksha here as such. So Vedanta aparoksha. Do you know what is meant by aparoksha? What do you mean by paroksha? You should know. There are other things are there. See, now you are listening to me, you are seeing me, I am seeing you all. What type of knowledge is pratyaksha? We are making use of our jnanendriya, sense organs, and directly we are perceiving. Whatever that is directly perceived is what? Pratyaksha. Now let us say, there are cars on the seat. Are you able to see them? No. But if you go down, you will be able to see. Presently, they are what? Paroksha. They are beyond the purview of our sense organs. So it is what? Remote. But it can be made pratyaksha. If you go there, you can see them. Is it not? Now, if there is something which can neither be pratyaksha nor paroksha, even if you travel time and space, it can be. For example, New York is what? Paroksha for us. If you fly to New York, it will become what? Pratyaksha. You cover in terms of space and also some time will be involved, is it not? But if there is something which is neither pratyaksha directly perceptible nor paroksha remote, what it can be? You know what it can be? It can be only one thing. You have to center it where? I. Swamiji, how is it possible? I is pratyaksha. Acha. I is directly perceptible. Huh? Do you see I? You see body, accepted. You see body, but do you see I? Okay. That's why I say, whether lady or a gentleman, if the body which take as I, what is that? Gender difference is there or not? But actually I has no gender difference at all. The gender difference is on account of the embodiment. I has nothing. See, that's why English and Sanskrit also. There is no gender. Only Hindi has got mai karta hu, mai karti hu. Gender comes there. But most of the languages they have no gender for I at all. So Sanskrit also aham karomi, whether it is a stri or purusha, it is what karomi, only I do like this. So now this I is not perceptible. You can't see, hear, taste, touch, smell I. Body certainly. So mind etc. can be inferred, but not this I. It cannot be remote also. It is not different also, away also as such. Is it? Are you away from yourself? Is it? Can you say that? So I am not remote. So therefore, that which is neither paroksha, remote, not directly perceptible, pratyaksha, is what? Called aparoksham. Na paroksham, aparoksham. So when you say it is na paroksha, not remote, it also means na pratyaksha also. So different from pratyaksha and paroksha, that is what is called aparoksha. It can be only I. And that I is what? Chaitanya Tattva. Itself is what? Brahma Tattva. But unfortunately, tada, on account of moha vashat avidya, paroksham, that pratyagatma, the true I, which is sad brahma eva, which is not different from brahma. Sat means trikala badhita vastu chaitanya brahma eva. Paroksham abhavat. That means it became remote, means as though something distinct from me. And as a result of this is what has happened now. What is it? Ayam cha atma brahma eva san. As a result of this avidya, this atma, truly who is it? Brahma eva. That eva shows that there is no possibility whatsoever of being samsari or anything other than Brahma. San, what happens? Unfortunately, samsaritvam avaptava. Got the status of being samsari. Truly has not become samsari. Appears to have become samsari. Who? Sad Brahma only, which is my Swarupa. Now tell me, have you got this status of being samsari or not? Are you samsari or not? If you are not, I am very happy. You know, you don't need Vedanta. Why you need Vedanta? Who needs medicine? See, a dead person doesn't need medicine. A healthy doesn't need medicine. Who needs it? A sick person only, is it not? Sick and should be aware that I am sick and should be available for treatment, is it not? If children are there, no problem. You can hold the hands and legs and then push. Grown up, then we have to think twice. So that is how it is it not? So therefore, who needs medicine? Sick person. So therefore, Vedanta, Adhyatma Vidya is meant for whom? One who takes oneself to be samsari, a limited creature, is it not? Is it not? Otherwise you don't need at all. So therefore, samsara, truly speaking, there is no samsara. But we have mistaken ourselves with samsari, therefore what is to be done? First what? Take to karma yoga. Then what is to be done? Chitta shuddhi. No, there is no that. Sadhana panchaka. No, like very precise steps. Vedo nityam adhiyatam taduditam karma svanoshtiyatam Teneshasya vidhiyatam apachiti kame matistejyatam papaugha paridhuyatam bhavasukhe doshonusandhiyatam atmecha vyavasiyatam. Afterwards, I won't tell you at all. Nijagruhat Purnam. That is not meant for you, okay? That is meant for people like us only as well. But these are the steps. So karma, so whatever. So karma, etc. has to be taken for what? Not that karma is going to give you knowledge. Ankarana Shuddhi must be there. Beyond that, what is it? Vairagya, etc. must be there. All these was step by step by step by step. Why? All is not well with me. So that is what I have mistaken myself to a samsari creature. It is not. Why all these things? If I straight away Brahma Jnana, it will not. It is not possible. It warrants a particular frame of mind for which all these preparations are necessary. So all why? Samsaritvam avaptava. But that samsaritva is there. So I should be aware of it. So that like the patient, I am not well. I have to take to therapies. He should be aware and he should be available. So also Shraddha, etc. comes. So inquiry has to be conducted. So that is how Parabrahma eva samsaritvam avaptam appears as jiva. So therefore, what are we in reality? At least know for certain. Who has told this? We may not know ourselves Brahma, but our Swarupa is Brahma. Who says? Anubhuti Prakasha. What is this Anubhuti Prakasha? Maitreyi Vidya. Essence of Brihadaranyaka teaching, what Yajnavalkya taught to Maitreyi in this particular chapter. Okay. Now Yajnavalkya taught, from where did he get? Upanishad. From Ishvara, is it not? Lord Krishna says, same thing. Yes, sir. So that means what? The Ishvara says, you are in reality who? My Swarupa, Bhagavad Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa. That's why first to begin with at least what is required? Shraddha is required. It is not cock and bull story told by our what? Mass media and internet, all not those things, etc. So this is what it is. Better have Shraddha. Though I have not discovered why, my mind is not ready. But there are enough data to verify it is so. So that being the case, samsaritvam avaptavam. So now what has to be done now? It has to be reversed back. How reversed back? Discover your Swarupa as nothing but that Parabrahma Swarupa, and this appearance as samsara is nothing but is a wrong notion. Just as lump of salt is nothing but part and parcel of ocean. So you can't take ocean as only H2O. It is not ocean. Ocean means salt is part and parcel of it. But because of heat of the sun, it appeared as though ocean is different, lump of salt is different. But when thrown in that, what happens? It became one and the same. Afterwards, you can't separate the lump of salt, the same lump of salt, not that again heating etc. and extracting salt, not that way. That lump of salt has become one with the ocean. So also, Brahma itself appears due to ignorance as Jiva and suffers the samsara. When you discover the Swarupa, becomes one with the Brahma Swarupa, and that is what is told in terms of Nididhyasana, Lavana, Khilya, Drishtanta. Now, in that particular Shruti statement, so which you had seen for that this earlier, what was that number? 2412. There is one. That means that appearance of Jiva is told as Etebhyaha Bhutebhyaha Samuthaya. This statement appears as though means with the Jiva having been born of these bhutas. What are bhutas? Panchamaha bhutas. Etebhya, from these. Bhutebhya, Panchabhuteya, from this. Samuthaya, being risen up. Who? That Jiva. It gives a notion that the Jiva is born of Panchamaha bhutas. Now tell me, Panchamaha bhutas are earlier or Jiva is earlier? Jiva is called what? Anadi. There is no beginning for the Jiva. It is a product of Anadi, Avidya. There is no this thing. Whereas Panchamahabhutas get created in every Srishti. Tasmad va etasmad atmana akasha sambhutah akashad vayu vayoragni agnerapah adbhya prithvi prithivya oshadayah oshadibhyonnam annat purushah. Embodiment. Purusha, is it not? So these are born later, but Jiva, again, why tasmad va etasmad? Who created? Ish. Because karma phalas of the Jivas from past kalpas are demanding a field of experience. Therefore, karma phala data, who Ishvara created the Jagat. So Jiva is earlier, Panchamahabhutas are later. How do you say that Jiva born of Panchamahabhutas? So this doubt is possible for that. So the author is here, Vidyaranya Muni is explaining. So what is meant by that Bhutebhya is not to be taken literally as the Panchamahabhutas, but the cause of Panchamahabhutas, the Anadi Maya. So that is what is to be taken as a, so that is what is meant by Shruti. So that is being clarified now. Ittevam paravastveva panchabhutakhyamaya jivatvena samuthaya svatah shastrena buddhyate. In the place of swataha, there is alternate reading tataha in Vartika Sara. So it is a better reading. It is a more befitting than swataha. You can make a note, tataha. This reading also is there, but that is a more precise meaning, correct patantara. Anvaya, panchabhutakhya mayaya paravastu eva jivatvena samuthaya. Put jivatvena samuthaya in inverted comma. Paravastu eva jivatvena samuthaya iti evam. Add shrutau uchyate. Shrutau uchyate. Then in the place of swataha, tataha shastrena buddhyate. Tataha shastrena buddhyate. Panchabhutakhya mayaya paravastu eva. This paravastu only. What is paravastu? Brahma, parabrahma. Vastu means Brahma. So that is what things in the world are called vastu as secondarily asset. Parabrahma only, paravastu eva. What happens? Panchabhutakhya maya. On account of what? Maya, which is termed here as what? Panchabhuta. Bhutebhya told no. That Bhutebhya actually Panchabhuta refer to what? Their cause. What is that? Prakriti or Maya Shakti, the creative power dependent on Brahma. Because of which Brahma gets the status of Parameshwara, Ishvara, the creator. So Panchabhutakhya Maya. So that is Maya is the meaning of Panchabhuta here. So Panchabhuta, 5 elements refer to it, their cause, the Maya Shakti. So by that means, and Maya and Avidya are what? Synonymous. So therefore, at totality level we call as Maya, individual level we call as Avidya, ignorance. So therefore, so Panchabhutakhya Maya, which is the Upadana, the material cause for the Panchamaha Bhutas. So Paravastu eva, that Parabrahma, the Sarvyapi Chaitanya, which is Asanga, which is non-dual Advaya, and same thing because of this Maya, what happens? Jivatvena samuthaya, becoming as though the Jiva, individual samsari Jiva, samuthaya, having been born or appearing as Jiva, samuthaya, that means Bhutebhya samuthaya, that is what etebhya bhutebhya samuthaya, described as Jivatvena samuthaya. Iti evam, with this phrase, in this manner, what is being done? Shrutau uchyate is so told, so described in Shruti, Brihadaranyaka Shruti 2:4-12. So, what is it actually? This Paravastu Brahma only on account of Maya Shakti appears as the Jiva, that is what is told there. Then what happens? Tataha, thereafter, having taken to inquiry, or Swataha, by one's own efforts, Purushartha. So, through what? Shastrena, through the means of Shastra. Which Shastra? Upanishads, Vedanta Shastra, not in Dharma Shastra, etc. Dharma Shastra is essential in the beginning, but finally conducted in accordance with the Upanishads, Vedanta Shastra. Buddhyate, knows means discovers oneself to be Paravastu only. That is told in the Shruti as Tani eva anuvinashyati. Shastrena buddhyate is the meaning of, from the Shruti, Tani eva anuvinashyati. Tani eva anuvinashyati means Panchabhutas get destroyed, along with that Jivatva also gets annihilated. But when? Not in terms of your which pralaya? Not kalpanta pralaya. But what is required? Ignorance has to be destroyed. So therefore, that is how, this discovers oneself to be Paravastu only. That is Tataha or Swataha Shastrena Buddhyate. This quarter, this pada is being explained in the next stanza. There, make a correction in your book. Sarvamatmaiva is there. Alternate reading is better. Sarvamatmeti. Not much difference in meaning, but better to take Sarvamatmeti. It is a Vartikasara reading. Obviously, the editor has not got the Vartikasara, I think so. Or for some reason he must have not taken into account. Otherwise he has given at many places, he has given at the footnote different thing. Possibly this particular manuscript was not available to him. Sarvamatmeti. Take it. Sarvamatmeti samyagdhi janma naivakhile bhrame. Sarvamatmeti samyagdhi janma naivakhile bhrame. Nashte nashyati jivatvam jale prakshipta khilyavat. Nashte nashyati jivatvam jale prakshipta khilyavat. Sarvam atma iti samyagdhi janmana eva akhile bhrame nashte. You can also take sarvam atma eva. All that you have to do is, after sarvam atma eva, we'll have to make a adhyar. What is that? Iti. That's all. Sarvam atma eva, add iti, then we will not bother. Otherwise, take the straight away pathantara. Sarvam atmeti. Of course, if you say Sarvam atma eva iti, more emphasis is there. Because Sarvam atma, everything is atma, but some exceptions may be there. No, Sarvam atma eva, everything is nothing but atma. So that way also is the better way of taking, but you have to make adhyara there. You have to add the word iti. Sarvam atma eva iti or Sarvam atmeti. This by samyagdhi janmana eva. By this samyagdhi janmana eva, by the dhi janma, this birth of this, dhi means not buddhi or knowledge, dhi also, buddhi means also knowledge. By the birth of this knowledge, when this happens, what happens? Akhile bhrame nashte. All erroneous notions, Brahma erroneous notions, when destroyed. What are the erroneous notions? I am a samsari jiva. I am subject to birth and death. Brahma is different from me. Ishvara is different from me. I have to invoke Ishvara. I should gain the knowledge of Brahma. I should do all these things, etc. and get rid from samsara. All these are what? Wrong notions. Otherwise, if that is in the case of a mumukshu. Otherwise, I should have this, I should not have this. All dharma, artha, kama, moksha, all purusharthas become the same. Jagat is real, Jagat is too much for me, I am oppressed by the world, I am under the law of who? Ishvara. All these, no two different things are one and the same. I am different, the Jagat different, the Ishvara is different. So no two jivas are one and the same, they are all different. There is no end to all these wrong notions. So, but when samyak dhi janmana, by the birth of the utpatti of the right knowledge, atma jnana, brahma jnana, how? Sarvam atma eva iti. Everything is nothing but atma, brahma only. When these wrong notions, nashte, gets destroyed, then what happens? Jale prakshipta khilyavat jivatvam nashyati. The hitherto wrong notion that I am a samsari jiva gets destroyed. How? Khilya drishtanta. Like that lump of salt which had the identity with a separate name and form, thrown in the ocean, dissolved in the ocean. There is no lump of salt. What is there now? Ocean only. So now jivatva is not there. What is there only? Brahma, Sarvam, Atma only is there. So this is how the Khilya Drishtanta explains the Nididhyasana, and when the Nididhyasana fructifies in terms of the total absorption of the individuality in the Swarupa, there is what type of pralaya it is? Atyantika pralaya. So what happens? There is no individuality as jiva. Of course, by prarabdha, until the body continues, now and then it may crop up, but it is a badhita, it is a nullified I notion. But once that prarabdha is over, what happens? Even that last trace of seeming individuality, that also gets destroyed. What is that only? Brahma only, that is what is Videha Mukti. In Jivan Mukti, as and when the person is totally absorbed in the Swarupa, Samadhi Avastha, there is no individuality. But due to Prarabdha, now and then, when he is little conscious of the body or the world, it appears as though, but it is not true individuality, but it is like a burnt rope. Burnt rope also appears as the rope unless you disturb it, but it has no capacity to bind. So also here it is. So it's Jale Prakshipta Khilyavat. After this Vivarana, Yajnavalkya told Maitreyi, Na pretya saudnya asti. And once this is accomplished, the individuality is dissolved. Afterward, what happens there? Na saudnya, the duality, this is different from this, etc. is not there. All that is there is only Brahma only is there. So for which he has used Na pretya saudnya asti, means pretya, having totally gone, means having risen about the identification, the embodiment, and having become one with the Brahma Swarupa. Saudnya na asti, bheda jnana, the notion of difference is not there. This is what is meant by who? Yajnavalkya, and that is first explained. But Maitreyi gets confused. He said, how are you contradicting yourself? So first you say everything is Brahma, and afterwards Saudnya is not there. We'll see why she mistook, etc. Yajnavalkya is going to clarify. First let us see what is meant by, in the 2.4.12, Na pretya saudnya asti. It is explained in stanza 77 and 78. क्षेत्रज्ञेश्वर भेदेन पुनः संज्ञान विद्यते तद्धेतोस्तमसोध्वंसात् खिल्यानुद्धरणं यथा Punaha kshetrajneshvara bhedena saudnya na vidyate tadhetoho tamasaha dhvausat yatha khilyanudharanam. See, khilya is not khilya. Khilyanudharanam. Punaha. Punaha means thereafter. When is thereafter? After tataha shastrena buddhyate. And what is birth is? Samyag atma eva iti dhi has taken birth. So, and what has happened as a result of it? That jivatva is destroyed. So, by the knowledge of Swarupa as not different from Brahma, identical with Brahma, when the individual notion that I am the samsari, jiva is destroyed, say, thereafter again, punaha, kshetrajneshvara bhedena, saudnya na vidyate. So, saudnya, what is saudnya? Vishesha jnana, bheda jnana. What is that bheda jnana? Kshetrajna Ishvara. I am Kshetrajna, individual Jiva. Kshetrajna also is for Jiva also, for Atma also, Paramatma also is used. But here, as me is the individual Jiva and Ishvara is different. I have to invoke Ishvara, I have to discover the Swarupa of Ishvara. Till then, who am I? I am a samsari. This wrong notion of distinction between me and Ishvara or Brahma. So, Kshetrajneshvara bhedena means in terms of Veda, the distinction of Kshetrajna being different from Ishvara. So this Saudnya, this Vishesha Jnana, this Veda Jnana, this notion of distinction between the two, na vidyate, after that Samyak Dhi and the consequent destruction of the Jivatva, so this wrong notion is not there. Why so? Because what is the cause of this wrong notion of I am different from Ishvara or Brahma? Ajnana. Ajnana is destroyed. So therefore, tad hetoho, because of its cause, hetu means the cause. Cause of what? Bheda saudnya. Because of the cause of this knowledge of distinction of me different from who? The Brahma or Ishvara. So tad hetoho. Tamasaha dhvausa. Tamasaha means avidyayaha ajnanasya, of that dhvausat nashat, because of destruction of ignorance which gives rise to the notion that me individual jiva is different from Brahma or Ishvara. So dhvausat, what happens? That vishesha bheda jnana no longer is there. How in terms of illustration it is? Yatha, just as khilyanudharanam, just as khilyasya anudharanam. Once that specific lump of salt you have thrown in the ocean, it has got dissolved. You may take water from anywhere. What will you have in your hand? Water which has no doubt the taste of the lump of salt, but that lump of salt will not come to your hand. Right? It has become one with who? Ocean. So also, here the individual jiva has become one with who? The Brahma. So afterward there is no notion of jiva any longer. So that means when I gain the knowledge of the very Swarupa, the basis of me, the Jiva, Adhisthana of me, the Jiva, what is that? Brahma, no more the hitherto wrong notion of I am the samsari Jiva. Here a doubt is possible. What is the doubt? See, what is the basis of me, Jiva, true Swarupa of me, Jiva? Brahma, Paramatma, Brahma. Due to ignorance, I am mistaken as the Jiva. By knowledge, I discover the Swarupa, Adhisthana, basis at Paramatma, Brahma. And what he said is there, afterward, no longer the wrong notion that I am the samsari. Sir, this doesn't appear to be totally correct. In the world we can find a rope is mistaken as snake. On account of what? Ignorance. And you bring the light and see the rope. So the adhisthana, the basis of the snake, the rope is seen. What happens? The snake is no more. Is it not? Or do you do this way? To discover the rope, first you kill the snake and then what happens? Then you extract the rope. Is it that way? No. All that you have to do is what? Know the rope as the rope and is a mistake that is not a snake. Fine. But problem there, what is there? At some other time, you may mistake the same rope as what? Snake. Possibility is there or not? Yes, there is a possibility. At times it happens. See, you have brought a torch and the flash you saw that it is a rope, and when you put the flash off, you know it is rope, but still appears to be what? Dancing with the wood. Why? Still the resemblance is so close. Now the torch is not there, light is not there, but it is not pitch dark, and in that what? Still the resemblance there. You know, what is you know? It is rope. But if suppose it happens on other day, at some other place, what will happen? Again you have to bring the torch. So like that, with such a, for taking so much of effort of every day morning coming, not every day morning, okay. Every Sunday morning, because I am a Surya Vamshi, you know who is Surya Vamshi? But Sunday, you know what is Surya Vamshi? Not surname. Surya Vamshi is a surname also. Not surname. One who wakes up after sunrise is Surya Vamshi, okay. This fellow wakes up at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. I think nowadays it is too early, I believe, is it not? There are Mahabharata. On Sunday they get up at what? 11, 12 also. Anyway, okay, whatever it may be. It is modern. We have progressed now. We have become modern now. Okay. So that is different thing. So now, but this all every Sunday meticulously coming here and this thing, and let us say he got the knowledge. And what happened? Afterwards, again, after some time, what? Ere maja mahaglya. So again what? Same thing. What is that? Again samsaritva. Okay. What worth is this? Instead of that, what is better? Anyway, again you have to return. No? Better continue. Why bother of all this thing to know, etc.? Why take? थोड़ा थोड़ा खाओ पियो मजा करो बच कुछ करो. Why that knowledge? No. There it is yes. Where it is yes? In the case of rope snake, there is possibility of mistaking it to be other time. Here it is next to impossible. So when illustrations are given, not that all do apply, because actually, really speaking, for Brahma, what illustration can you give? Nothing. As they said, Rama Ravanayor Yuddham, Rama Ravanayor Yuddhamiva. They say, that is what? The battle between Rama and Ravana, in illustration, he said that is same. It is called Alankara Anvaya. No, Alankar Ananvaya. Okay. So that is what, there is no other, this, it is matchless, it is like that. Even, you know, Hanuman, who was sitting there on the chariot at the flag of who? Arjuna. When he was seeing the battle Mahabharata, he got bored and he started. Why? You know, what is this child play? This fellow sends one arrow and that fellow sends other arrow. Because his battle was what? Not with arrows, mountains and what? This, the huge trees and this, etc. What is this? Bachon ka khel hai. And he says, he got inspired twice, it seems. When Buddha was fighting, when Bachcha was fighting. When two were fighting with the Buddha, when Bhishma was fighting, he got it, because that was the thing. When Bachcha, who is the Bachcha? Abhimanyu. With Abhimanyu. Only otherwise he was all the time bored itself. Anyway, so Rama Ravanayor Yuddham, Rama Ravanayoho Yuddham Iva. There is no illustration to that effect. So like this, Rajju Sarpa, etc. example we have to make use, but it doesn't mean that there the possibility of ignorance again coming and mistaking it for snake is there. Here it is not so, is being now clarified. Drishtim, see another thing. There, why it happens so? Rope was mistaken as a snake. You discovered the snake, nothing but the rope. But rope is different, snake is different, you are different, the road is different, light is different, and again that combination can take at any time afterward. Such a conducive context may crop up of again mistaking as this word. Here once the Swarupa is discovered, there is nothing but what? Swarupa and Swarupa only. Ignorance once gone cannot return. So therefore he says, Drishti matratma yathatmyat karya karana vastunaha. Drishti matratma yathatmyat karya karana vastunaha. Nadnyatam kinchidapyati nanapastam tathatamaha. Nadnyatam kinchidapyati nanapastam tathatamaha. Correct it, there is a mistake. Not nadnyatam, nadnyatam, and join it. How will you write? Na, other vertical line, and put a S there, avagraha. Means na adnyatam, na adnyatam. So that is how it. Make it na, and then between na and dnyatam put a avagraha, S type, not S, but S type avagraha. Avagraha is like S type, but some may not know what is avagraha, therefore I am telling S type, okay? You should know when I say avagraha means how it is to be put like that, S you have to put. What does it mean? A is there. Really it is, as per the old practice, it is not permitted. But now we are not familiar, therefore we should not miss, therefore that it is na adnyat. Take the anvaya. Karya karana vastunaha drishtimatratma yathatmyat. Add adhyara. Add there. Tasmin vidnyate. Drishtimatra yathatmyat. Add tasmin vidnyate. Continue. Adnyatam kinchidapi. Adnyatam kinchidapi na asti. Adnyatam kinchidapi na asti. Tatha anapastam tamaha. Anapastam tamaha. Again take kinchidapi na. Before nanapastam na is there. Na again asti. Adnyatam kinchidapi na asti. Tatha anapastam tamaha. Again kinchidapi na again asti. Then this knowledge takes place. What was told as Samyak Dhi Janma in the stanza 76 says, what is that knowledge? Karya karana vastunaha drishtimatratma yathatmyat. This being the truth. What is the swarup of Karya Karana Rupa Jagat? Karya Karana Vastu. What is Karya Karana Vastu? That which is available in terms of cause and effect relationship. Karya is effect, Karana is cause. So the Jagat, which has got what? Cause-effect relationship. Is it not? Vishwam pashyati karya karanataya. Actually what is it? Brahma only. But by due to ignorance what? Mistakes at cause-effect Jagat. This is the cause, this is the effect. So karya karana vastunaha means sarvasya jagataha. What it means is of entire Jagat. Entire Jagat available in terms of cause-effect relation. See, what is the Yathatmya of it? Yathatmya, you know what is Yathatmya? Yathatmya means Swarupa. What is the Swarupa of the Karya Karana Jagat, the entire Jagat? What is Swarupa? Brahma. What is that Brahma? Chaitanya Swarupa. That is what he said. Drishti Matra. Drishti stands here for Jnana Chaitanya. Drishti Matra Matratma means Jnanaika Swabhava. The basis, the Swarupa of the entire Jagat, which is presented in terms of cause and effect relationship, is what? Drishti Matratma means Jnanaika Swabhava. It is nothing but pure knowledge principle, Chaitanya Swarupa. The Karya Karana Jagat appearing is only an appearance, false projection, but the truth is what? Mere Chaitanya Swarupa. Just as the appearance of snake is a projection, the truth is what? Rope only. So therefore, Drishti Matratma Yathatmyatmi Swarupatva. Yathatmyat Swarupatva. So because the Swarupa of the entire Jagat available in terms of Karya Karana is nothing but Jnana Swarupa, Chaitanya Swarupa. Therefore, when that is known, for example, when you discover the snake as the rope, is there necessity for you to know the hood of the snake is the rope, the tail of the snake is the rope, the fangs of the snake is the rope? Is it necessary? No. It is what? Snake, the rope only, is it not? Like that, when you discover aparokshataha, the entire Jagat is nothing but Brahma, any blessed thing in Jagat is what? Nothing but, in reality, is Brahma. There is nothing distinct from Brahma. Only one and the same thing is there. Where is the question of mistaking again? But there what happens? Even though you have seen the specific so-called snake to be the rope, still the distinction continue to be there. There can be an occasion again to mistake. Here it is not so. So therefore, Drishti Matratma Yathatmya, on account of that is that its Swarupa, the Jagat being nothing but Jnanaika Swabhava. So, Ajnatam. Ajnatam kinchidapi na asti. Ajnatam kinchidapi na asti. So, everything is nothing but what? Drishti Swarupa. Drishti here stands for what? The Chaitanya Jnapti Swarupa, knowledge principle only. Ajnatam kinchidapi na asti. For that person who has aparoksha jnana, there is nothing that is not known. Mundaka, what is it? Kasmin vidnyate sarvamapi vidnyatam bhavati. Having known which, everything is as good as known. Once the adhisthana is known, all that is superimposed is as good as known. Adnyatam, that which is unknown, nothing is there. And therefore, so also, tatha, anapastam tamaha na kinchid asti. Anapastam tamaha, ignorance that is not dispelled, ignorance of anything that is not dispelled is not there. Why? Everything is nothing but Brahma only. Jagat is a false attribution, false superimposition on Sarvyapi Advaya Brahma. So that means what he discovers is, so the ajnana of anything because of which things are taken to be different is gone. everything is nothing but Atma Swarupa is discovered. When everything is discovered Atma Swarupa, there is no staging back of ignorance. Ignorance cannot come. So this cannot be compared to Rajya Sarpa example. There it is possible, here it is not so. So why? Because in the case of Rajju Sarpa, the Ajnana is not totally gone. So Rajju Sarpadau Ajnanasya Atyantika Nivritya Bhava. Atyantika Nivritti, total elimination of the ignorance in the case of Rajju Sarpa is not gone. Do you know why? You are prone for that again at other period of time, which is not the case here, and therefore there again possibility of mistaking rope and snake is there, because rope is different and snake is different, light is different, and you are, suppose tomorrow you are, because as old age comes and you develop cataract, sight is also not the same. All these are possible. Here it is not so. So there is no possibility of again becoming samsari jiva. Of course, earlier also have not become, but mistook it to be samsari jiva. Now there is no possibility of any further mistake.
Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayanta Nyayena Margena Mahimahesha Go Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Vashatu Parjanya Prithvi Sasya Shalini Desho Yangsho Varahita Brahmana Santu Nirmaya Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaśyid Dukha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti